Welcome to Animal Based in Your Face. This morning we're going to be making a breakfast favorite, French toast, animal based style, no flour. We're going to actually make three different versions of this morning. We're going to make them in a little mini loaf pan so that we can make different versions of it. This is the ingredients you're going to need to get started. You need 8 eggs, 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, 8 tablespoons, which is 1 stick of softened butter. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of Ceylon cinnamon, half a tablespoon of vanilla, and in some of the French toast loaves, we're going to put strawberries and blueberries that are organic, and we're going to put them all in this mixer. I like to use this mixer that has a little spout because they're easy to pour into the loaf pan. Let's get all this in the mixer and blend till smooth, and we'll be right back. All right, we got everything in our mixer except for the berries. We'll add them in after we pour it into the little loaf pans. We're going to mix this until smooth. We've got everything blended. As you can see, it's smooth and like liquidy. We're going to pour this into our mini loaf pan. You're only going to fill it about halfway up because it is going to rise a little bit and then it will fall as it cools. Put in the fruit in there. You want to make sure that you drain all of the water. If you had fresh fruit, it would be better. We have this frozen organic that we can just easily take out. So just drain any juice that comes out of it as you defrost it. We're going to just take this. I love this little spout, and we're just going to start doing about halfway up. And you can add a little more if you think you need to, but I think about halfway is going to be perfect for French toast. And as you fill these up, we're going to come back and put some of that delicious fruit in a few of these.
You can add any fruit you want. Even peaches would be really good with this. So do the fruit that you love.
And after this is full, we're going to pop it in the oven at 350 degrees and bake it about 30 minutes.
This mini loaf pan will make it super easy to prep your meals if you have long work days and you're trying to stay on track.
All right. Then we're just going to take some of the blueberries, drop them down in there.
Okay.
A few strawberries.
I'm a lover of blueberries and strawberries, also peaches.
Probably about 4 little pieces.
4 or 5. Yeah,
Good.
that's 5. 5 blueberries, 5 strawberries. I cut them up so they're smaller since they're mini loaves.
Just to give you some of that fruit flavor. And tell you, kids would love these.
The reason we use frozen fruit is because saving money. If it's frozen, you can easily pull it out of the freezer, let it unthaw. I've never had any problems with using frozen fruit in any of our meals or dishes.
Now let's pop this in the oven at 350 degrees. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Looking through the glass, it looks like they're getting done, so we're going to check them out. They may cook faster in a mini loaf pan instead of the 9 by 11 that the recipe calls for. They're starting to brown. If you touch them and they kind of sponge back, they bounce back like a sponge, they're done. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these out. Those look beautiful. The blueberries and strawberries melted in there. This is gonna be really good. We'll let these cool for just a second so we can pop them out of the pan. Our French toast has cooled. As you can see, this non-stick pan, they've shrank because the egg mixture went back down. What I would do is just take a fork and just make sure that they're going to lift up. Looks like they'll do fine. You can just take them out one by one, or you can take a cooling rack and do that right there. And there they are.
Look at the ones with the fruit. Blueberry, strawberry. And then we have a roll of plain that just have the cinnamon and vanilla and nothing else in them besides the egg and cream cheese.
Okay, as you can see, you can place these in a glass container for on the go in the mornings to meal prep. You can fit 3 of those in there with some bacon. 3 of these in the little mini loaf pan is equal to 2 eggs. Then you have your cream cheese and your butter for your extra fat, which is a great ratio for animal base. You can also store these in the refrigerator and then bring them out in the morning and put them in a pan full of butter and fry them and get the edges more crispier like French toast, which is the way I prefer them. This recipe makes 12 of these little mini loaves or 1 loaf pan. And then you can top with organic maple syrup or raw honey. If you're not doing animal based and you're doing something like keto, you can use a artificial sweetened syrup, which we would never recommend because of the artificial sweeteners, but if that's what you're doing, then that's great. So we're gonna plate some of these and we're gonna eat. We're back and look at this delicious plate. We've got 3 of our French toast loaves. I made up some homemade whipped cream from organic whipped cream with a little bit of maple syrup in it to sweeten it. Poured a tablespoon of maple syrup on my French toast. Got me some bacon. It's time to eat, baby. Check us out on our YouTube channel, subscribe, and we'll come back with more recipes and fun, informative information next time on Animal Based in Your Face.